So who's got their tonic craft kit? Yeah, it's lovely. It is. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got all those cards in there. You've got all the nouveau elements in there as well, and a fantastic die set with that beautiful hedgehog in there. Okay, so the die set itself, you know, you've got the hat in there. You've got numerous different leaves, but you've also got this gorgeous, gorgeous wreath. Okay, your inside and your outside edges. Okay, now I've gone ahead and I've made a project for you, but I've cut all the pieces out because you don't want to see me sat here cutting them out. So what did Jodie do? Jodie decided not to make a card, and she decided to make a bit of home decor. So I've done a notice board. Okay, so a little notice board there using all the dies and also the stamps. Now the board itself, DIY shops, guys. I think I paid about 55–60p for this. Yeah, it wasn't expensive. It's just a box standard cork tile. Okay, so that was the start of where I started to build things up. Okay, so let's turn you down. So this here is your wreath die. Okay, now I always start with my outside edge. So I cut my outside edge first of all. I then align my detail in there, and then I take that centre panel out as well. And that is what you're going to be left with. Okay, now in your packs, I will admit I've added some more green stock, and I've also added some more brown card stock. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut them out. So what you are going to need, you're going to need 5 of brown and also 5 of the green ones. And what you're going to end up with is you're going to take your brown ones to begin with, and on 3 of them you're going to cut them out. If I lay them like that, you're going to cut them out so you can see that I've got 3 leaves on there. We've got rid of this bit. We have kept it. We're going to use it on a later project, but you've got that little bit taken away. Okay, because what is going to happen, let me bring my board in. So this is the cork board. So we're going to start at this top corner. You can see that that is going to go there. Then another one is going to go there. And then if I slide that up so you can see the bottom, one is going to go into there. Now the full one is going to go there. So you can see where we're going so far. Okay, if I turn it that way, you'll probably be able to see the, oh, there we go, you can see the whole thing now. That's better, isn't it? So the little bits that we chopped off, okay, this is my collection of bits that we've chopped off. So this section here, we're going to have an extra leaf, just going to pop it into there. So we're starting to build that frame up, okay? And can you see there, we need another little bit, don't we? So let's just take our scissors, and I'm just going to chop that bit off, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to take out all those little bits. Now if you can hear drills going on and everything else, I'm sorry, you know, it's busy out there, people are doing DIY and gardening and everything else, but there's nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. So that now is going to come into there. So we're building that whole frame up. We're going to take some more little bits and we're going to build this side up now. So that goes under there, and then we're going to need a little bit there on me to complete that. So all these pieces are what you've cut out from that other frame. So let's add that into there. So you now can see how we've constructed it. I'm not bothered about this bit here because a bow is going to go there. Okay, so let's get rid of all those bits. And now let's have a look at the green one. So let me just take that out of the way. And this is your green one. Now you can see you've got 4 different style leaves in there that all correspond with your brown. So all you're going to do is take your scissors, you're going to come in and you're going to cut those leaves away. So you're going to end up with loads of leaves that look like that. Okay, now I've taken the gold mousse that comes in your kits, okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger, and I'm just tickling the surface of the leaf so it starts to take on that beautiful gold hue. Okay, then using a embossing tool and an embossing mat, I turn it over and I just give it a delicate bit of TLC, not too much, okay, because you can see on the back there's all those little detailed holes, and if you emboss it too much, you're going to push your embossing tool all the way through. So you're going to end up with a pile of leaves that look like those, okay, and then bringing back in our notice board, all these leaves now will go on and will correspond, hear the drill going off in the background, will all correspond with the leaves that is on your board. Okay, so we're just going to go around and I'm just going to place all these on where they should be. So where's that one? Who can spot where that one is? There it is, look. Oh, we've missed a bit out there. Let's get an addition of a little bit of twig to go into there. There we go. Additional bit of twig, yeah? So we can put that leaf on there. Just going round, adding all those additions, yeah? So we'll just find out where all the rest are. Here we go. That one on there. That one we've actually broke, but nobody's going to see once it's stuck down. And that one on there. So we are one missing there. So let's go ahead and do that one now. So just cut it up and down, taking away any of those little bits. Okay, so there's the leaf. Let's take the mousse. Let's just move that over. Oops. See what? Be careful because they're very that little bit. But once it's stuck down, nobody's going to see that. Turn it over and emboss that on the back as well. So there we go. So that is going to be that one there. Okay, so that is all my leaves on my notice board. Now this section here, okay, I wanted to put lettering in there. So what I did was I took the inside edge, which is that one, and I cut it into cream, okay, and then I took our letters, okay, and put on there things to do. Now I've already stuck the letters on, so what we need to do is we need to align that wreath. Let me just bring that further in so you can see it. We need to align that wreath so that that writing is the right way round, yeah, before we stick anything down. So scalloped leaf with scalloped leaf, so that's going to go in like that. So we make sure that that is actually in the right place before we do anything. Okay, those are the leaves that are going back on like that. Okay, so that is the beginning of the notice board, but on this side you'll note that we had a little hedgehog on there. Your kit comes with the hedgehog stamps. So this here is the little hedgehog. So sweet. Look at him. He's saying hello. So I've stamped him on the cream, and I've also stamped him on the waist brown. Okay, now as you can see on this hedgehog, we have the spines on one side, but we don't have the spines on the other side. I want spines on both sides. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take my distress ink and I'm just going to dull that down a bit because he's a bit too bright. So a little bit of distress ink, and I'm just knocking the colour back on his feet as well. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my scissors. Now don't worry about that bottom bit because you're not going to see it. And I'm going to come up and I'm going to chop round his hands, round that side as well. I'm going to come up, I'm going to cut round his little ear. We need his little ears in there. I'm going to come all the way around that top section into there. I'm going to make his little hand in there. I'm going to come into his belly and come back out the other side. Now you're saying, well, why has she done that? Why has she cut round those bits? Because you get the die in there and you also get the stamp to do your leaf. Now as you can see, when I placed that on there, you see it didn't matter because we're going to cut his feet out now to go over the top. So might need my little scissors here, but let's see how we get on. So we're going to come in and I want to cut his little foot. So that's one foot. Where's his other foot gone? There it is. So let's cut his other foot. So just trim that off. So there's his other foot, bless him. And then I've got something to get hold of while I come in and cut around that leaf. I'm not being too careful at the top because that's going to be covered up by the leaf. But when I come to his fingers, I want him to have all his fingers intact. Okay, so just come in and cut down all those little sections. So you're going to end up with a little one that's going to pop over the top. Okay, so let's look at the brown one now. So we've got our bits that we need, we've got our leaf, we've got our stamped one. So using the Aquaflow, I want to go direct to card to begin with. And I do this before I cut him out. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of brown direct to cardstock. Okay, the smaller the brush strokes you can get, the better. And then coming up this side. So we're just adding a little bit more depth. Now, you need a black pen. Okay, so let me get my black pen and then we can come in now and just add his little black spines on the other side. Now putting the Aquaflow on first will give you an indication on how dark you need to take them. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. So it's pretty equal all the way around now. Okay, so shall we cut him out? Let's cut him out. So once again, not bothered about the leaf bottom. Don't struggle with the leaf because the green is going to cover that up. So I want to come all the way round the hedgehog, giving a little jaggedy edge on there. Okay, all the way down the bottom there, all the way round. So that's my hedgehog. So let's take our glue now. So, taking the face, I'm not putting glue on the hands yet. Put his face in. Taking the leaf, slide the leaf underneath his hands. Okay, so let's just get that bit in. So there we've got the leaf in. Okay, now we can glue his hands down. So take a little bit of adhesive on a piece of card, and now you can stick his hands in. So there's his little hands. We now need to put his feet on. Can't have a hedgehog without feet, can we? So let's put his little feet on. So that one in there, and then that one in there. And that is my little hedgehog complete, yeah? Apart from, I'm going to give him a little touch of pink nouveau on his nose. Okay, so let me bring him up. So that's my little hedgehog. Okay, so bringing my board in again. Let me turn it to the side so that it fits in camera shot. There we go. So my little hedgehog is now going to sit down the bottom there. So let me turn that around for you. You see how he's just sitting in the bottom. Now, the only other thing I did on your stamp set, you have got the hat. Now on the hat is that lovely little rose, that little daisy there. I've stamped that out loads of times, cut it out and distressed it, and you're going to end up with little flowers like that. So they are going to go in between all those little branches, so you've got all those little areas covered there. So some on there as well. Just carry on scattering them wherever you want them. Okay, so you've now got all your little daisies on. My bow is going to come up the top there, yeah, and that's it, apart from your nouveau drops. So I'm not going to stick that one down, I'm going to bring you the one in that I've stuck down, okay, because I'm going to bring it in close to you. So with your nouveau drops, can you see I've put nouveau drops in the flowers, but then on the trellises I've also put nouveau drops. So on each of those trellis items, you've got all those nouveau drops on there as well. Yeah, it looks really, really pretty. Now, if you're saying, Jodie, well, where do I get the orange bits? Yeah, the pegs, because I thought they were a brilliant colour to match the autumn theme. Our favourite shop, you know, the one that sells everything for £1. Perfect colour. So I hope you like that. Yeah, it's just something a little different for you to play with, okay? Now I can't wait to see what you all will make, because we're all going to see completely different things in this, yeah? So get making, get posting, and let's have a look what you're actually doing, and tell us what you think about the kits. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!